Hi, my name is Marjut and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I thought that we could talk about 5 different morning habits that you could implement in your morning routine. And these habits are something that I have actually used myself for many years, or I have used them before. I just want to share something different and something that you can easily implement in your own morning routine. So I really hope that you enjoy this. I really hope that you get something out of it. And let's go to the first one. Okay, so this first one is something that I notice a huge difference if I don't do it and if I do. And I don't always remember to do this, just to make it clear. But the tip is that you should take 5 deep breaths just when you wake up. I have noticed that when I do this, it's funny because I don't always remember to do this, but when I wake up, sometimes I have this, maybe I should take 5 deep breaths. And it's usually triggering from if I have slept bad, or if I had a little bit tension in my body, or just like if I wake up anxious. I think this is something that makes me more grounded and a little bit more centered. So my head is not all over the place. I'm not thinking too much about like the things that I need to do today. So I just lay there and then I take 5 deep breaths in and out. You don't need to count or anything, it's just to focus on your breath. We can do one together right now. We can do 3 deep breaths together. So you can just find a comfortable position and close your eyes if you wish to. And just start observing your breath. And when you feel ready, you can just take a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose as well. Again, inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose again. One more time through the nose. And exhale. And now you can gently open your eyes again if you have them closed, like me. And you can feel that you might feel already more relaxed and more centered when you did this practice, this very, very short practice. And if you do this in the morning, I'm almost sure that you can get more centered for the upcoming day as well. If you are a person who might fall asleep during this practice, so if you cannot do this laying down just when you wake up, I would say that it's almost better just to go on the sofa and be in the seated position instead. Or you can just get up in your bed and sit there and find these 5 deep breaths. I really hope that this tip helps you, and if you have any questions or if you have any experience yourself or if you're gonna try it out, let me know in the comments. Okay, let's go to the second habit I want to share with you. And this is a habit I got to know a couple of years ago maybe, and I got to know to it because I was very interested in Ayurveda, and this is some habit that is still with me, and it is tongue scraping. And I have been doing oil pulling as well. I can actually recommend that. I really enjoy that before, but I'm a little bit lazy. I don't always want to have a million different morning routines to myself, but tongue scraping is still with me. And tongue scraping is also recommended by dentists, and it's removing the bacteria from the tongue. So if you have never heard about it before, it is that you have this U-shaped tool that you pull from your tongue towards your mouth when you have your mouth open. So it's removing the bacteria that has been coming during the night into your mouth. I'm not a dentist, you can do your own research, but I really enjoy it because it feels like it makes my mouth more fresh. And when I do it, it's directly when I wake up. It is in Ayurveda, it is believed that you shouldn't drink any water or anything before. So I just have this little habit or this mindset that I just want to do it first thing in the morning. And yeah, I wake up, do it, and then I drink water. I guess there are many ways to do it. You can decide yourself if you want to take this habit with you. But I actually have this new one I just bought because my old one is pretty old. I think you can have the copper ones forever, but I just want to treat myself with a new one because you know the deal with the toothbrushes and everything. But I can show you how it looks like. So it's in this little bag. There are many different brands. I'm not advertising anything, but I have had this brand before and I liked it. And yeah, it's in this little bag, and then you can just open it, and it looks like this. I'm not gonna demonstrate how to use it because I think it goes a little bit too far, but it looks like this, and then you just pull it towards your teeth, and always towards your teeth, not like this way. So yeah, this is the habit I really enjoy and I can really recommend, and maybe you haven't thought about it before. So the third habit I have had in my morning routine for years, and which I really recommend for you to have if you are into scrolling your phone, or if you are a person who wakes up and takes your phone directly. But if you're one of those, I really recommend you to switch your scrolling to reading. And you can read an ebook or a normal book, but I actually think that ebook is better in this case. So I used to be the person who woke up and took the phone and just started to scroll and read messages or emails or just news or anything, and then I just stayed in bed like maybe 30 minutes. And I just thought it's a waste of life. Like I usually say, I like to say waste of life because that was for me. And then I start to think like, how can I change this habit? Because I still love my phone. I want to use it because it's a great tool. You shouldn't demonize your phone because there are many things that are really necessary to have. Like you shouldn't I'm not that black and white, and I hope you're not either. So I just thought that how can I implement something that can help me to be more mindful how I use my phone in the mornings. And I don't really read it straight away. I don't read any books straight away when I wake up. I usually do the breathing exercise instead, and then I go scrape my tongue, and then I have a glass of water, and then I usually make breakfast and everything. But when I eat breakfast, it is also something that many people do, is scroll their phone when they eat, and I'm that kind of person as well. But so when I eat my breakfast, I usually read a book instead. And I think that is so nice thing to do because it kind of gives you the relaxation. You're not only eating. I actually recommend only eating sometimes too, because it helps you to learn how to be more mindful in any other different places in your life. But I think it's sometimes nice to treat yourself like you're having a morning coffee, and then you can just read a book at the same time, and it's so nice. It is so nice. So maybe you can upload a Kindle or some app that you can use to download some nice inspirational book, for example. There are so many different ones. You can also, I think it's also nice to read something like what doesn't make you feel productive, because I think it is much better to read like a fantasy book or any other book than scroll Instagram and start comparing yourself. Or if you are just scrolling, it's more passive and if you are reading something, maybe like in English or any other language, then you're kind of using your brain more, and then you can, it feels like you, or at least me, I'm getting out of it much more. But yeah, that is my tip, to get a Kindle or just a real book, and then you can just read when you wake up on a Sunday morning. You can have morning coffee in bed and read it, or just read it during the breakfast, or you can read it during your bus ride to work. And now you might be thinking as well, like, why I'm so into ebooks and not real books. I love them both for sure, but I also think that when I'm eating breakfast, it's so much easier to have my phone there, and then I can just read and tap, instead of having this big book and then the pages are going like all over the place. And yeah, I think it's just nicer to have an ebook in that case. But yeah, it is also much lighter to carry around, so you can always read in a bus, or if you're waiting for a bus, or if you're waiting for a train, if you're waiting for your friend, then you can always fill those gaps with something else than scrolling your phone on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook, whatever you use and you don't want to use. But yeah, I really hope this helps, and let's go to the next one. So the next one is to have this 10-minute full body stretch every morning. So I used to do this before, maybe like 4 years ago. I'm always telling you this timeline and I'm not even sure if it was 4 years ago, but anyway, some years ago, I used to do this, that I woke up and then I meditated and then I had little yoga flow. I used to watch YouTube videos. That's why I'm so into sharing my yoga to you on YouTube right now, because that was the best thing in the morning, just to have a meditation and then do like this 10-minute yoga flow. And the older I have gotten, it has been a bit harder for me to do that. I want to be that person who moves her body in the mornings, but yeah, it's an uncomfy thing, I know, and it should be done. But I also have tried to switch a little bit, that because I have very flexible work, I can go to the gym in the morning instead. So I usually go around 9 a.m. anyway. But if you don't have that opportunity to train during the day, I really recommend to move your body in the morning instead. And it doesn't need to be anything hard. It doesn't need to be any workout. I think it's just nice to take this 10 minutes and then you can just move your body, maybe have your yoga mat and do a little flow, whatever comes to your mind and what your body is asking for. Or you can just stand up and do a little bit like shoulder cars, what are they called? Like anything that makes you feel a bit more flowy or makes your blood going around. You can even have a walk in the morning. That's also very good. But I think it's just really important to move your body, because then it wakes you up and then you get this motivation boost, at least I get, for upcoming day. But yeah, I really hope this gave you some inspiration as well to start moving your body in the morning. And yeah, let's go to the last habit I want to share with you. So this is more like a mindset thing. And what I have read in many places and listened to podcasts and everything, it is super important to reduce the amount of decisions you make during the day. And yeah, that can be one tip. But my tip and what I do, what I have noticed, what I actually do, I haven't really decided to do it, but I try to choose one thing to focus on that I can think that it's bringing me closer to my goals. So if I want to focus on my YouTube channel, for example, in the morning I decide, okay, today I'm gonna do this so I can move closer to my goals, or I'm gonna film a video, or I'm gonna plan a podcast with my best friend. We have a podcast. And or just if I don't want to focus on my these kind of things, I can say that okay, I'm prioritizing that I'm gonna move my body today. I'm prioritizing I'm gonna call my mom today, or anything that anything important that you feel like you have been postponing or you want to do today, it needs to get done today. You just focus on it in the morning and okay, this is my only thing that I need to do today. You don't need that to-do list. You don't need that list with 10 different things to accomplish. You just need one thing to focus on and set your intention to that, and then you just, I think it's just so much easier. You don't need to overwhelm yourself with everything. Of course, there are things we need to do, but I think some things are more important than others. So yeah, that is my last tip in today's video. Try to think about one thing, what is bringing you closer towards your goals, or anything that you need to do to feel good in your body, or anything that is important to you, and try to set your intention and your focus on that. So that's it for today. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm really, really grateful and I appreciate you. You know that. And if you have any morning routines, I would love if you will share them with me and others. All the fun morning routines that helps us to live more mindfully, or just to make us feel a bit better in our bodies. And like I said, I'm really, really grateful that you're here, and I hope I will see you in my next video. Bye bye!